Welcome to review unit 13 on area. All right, so we started with basic squares. So if I said this was a square, right? So if that's 6, that means that's 6, right? Because I told you it's a square and I've given you one of the dimensions, and that means that's 36 square inches. And so all of these look the same size. So again, if it looks the same size, we're going to assume that they are. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 of these squares that are each 36. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 3 is 21. I'm getting 252 square inches there. Right, different shapes, right? So rectangles, right? Base times height, right? Right? Also known as length times width. Triangles, what is it? 1/2 base times height. Base is still the bottom. Height is straight up to the top, but it's not always in the center there. Circle, right? Pi times the radius squared, right? The radius being the distance from the center to the outside. So find the total area. Again, you can make this line anywhere, but I like to make a rectangle and a square and then add them together. So the rectangle looks like it's 14 by 7. And so 14 times 7 is 4 times 7 is 28. I'm getting 98. It doesn't say split units. And the square over here is 7 by 7, 49. So we're going to add those together. Getting 147 square units. Triangle, right? So 1/2 base times height. Right? The base here is the 14. You ignore this 4. It's just there to see if you know better. All right, and the height straight up to the top is 11. This is an obtuse triangle because it's obtuse. What makes it that is that angle is more than 90 degrees. Is that you have to come outside to go straight up to the top, right? If you go from here, you don't hit the top. You've got to go straight up at a 90-degree angle. So half of 14 is 7, and 7 times 11 is 77, and it's in feet, so it's 77 square feet. All right, I see a rectangle that is 7 by 10. I see a triangle, which is 1/2 times 10 times 8. Please, forgetting this is probably the number one mistake on the test. The rectangle is 70 square units. This is 5 times 8, 40 square units. You get 110 square units. All right, I've taught you about this. Again, the secret to this is subtraction. All right, you do the large rectangle minus the small rectangle. The outer larger rectangle is clearly 18 times 40. The inner rectangle is 12 times 34. So let's do the math. 34 times 12. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 34 is 34, but I step over 8. And I'm getting 408 square inches for the small one. For the large one, it's 40 times 18. Got the wrong blue. And then 8. And, well, no, 8 times 0 is 0. Common mistake. 8 times 4 is 32. Step over. And I'm getting 720 square feet, right? And now square inches. Now you're going to subtract, right? And that will give us the dimensions of the picture frame. So it's 720 minus 408, borrowing, and I'm getting 312 square inches for just the frame, the blue part. Okay, so we're going to find the area using 3.14 for pi. So that means we're being approximate, right? 3.14 times the radius squared. The radius is this 6, right? Distance from the center to the outside. This is called a chord out there. And so it's 3.14 times 6 squared, or 3.14 times 36. 6 times 4 is 24. And 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 times 6 is 18. Step over. 3 times 4 is 12. Sloppiness. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9. Add up the two rows. I'm getting two numbers to the right of a decimal, getting approximately 113.04 square inches. You know, having those decimals doesn't make it more exact. All right? It's approximate because you use 3.14 for pi. Pi goes on forever. Right, so the only way to get the exact answer, the only way, even a calculator, you do not get the exact answer, is to leave pi in your answer. So to get the exact answer is pi r squared. So you leave pi, the radius is 6, so it's 36 times pi, but you don't write pi times 36. I said it correctly. It's 36 times pi. It's still square. Oh, I said square inches. It's square meters. Right, square meters, 36 pi square meters, which is around 113 square meters, because pi is a little more than 3. So that is what fraction of a circle. So it's, right, pi r squared, that's 1/4 of that. So that's 12 feet, so it's 1/4 times pi times 12 squared. Now, please, you cannot cancel the 4 with the 12, right? Exponents first. So 1/4 times pi times 144. So we have to, let's cancel the 144 with the 4. 4 goes into 14 3 times, remainder 2. 4 goes in 24 up, so that cancels and becomes 36. And so this is 36 pi feet, square feet. Okay, with one mark, those little marks is feet. 36 pi square feet, 1/4 of a circle. Here, I see a rectangle on the bottom, which is 12 by 10. And then I see a semicircle, also known as a half circle. So that's going to be 1/2. It says leave pi in your answer. Pi radius squared. So what is the radius? Well, the diameter all the way across is 12. So the radius here is 6. So it's 1/2 times pi times 6 squared, also known as 1/2 pi times 36. 2 cancels with 36 and becomes 18. This is 18 pi. This is, the rectangle is 120, so this is 120 square units. This is 18 pi square units, a little more than 18 times 3. Now, so we have 120 plus 18 pi. All right, and square, I'm not really worried about this, but square units here. Yeah, you're done. Those are not like terms. You cannot add them together. You just leave it. It's 120 plus 18 pi square units. All right, real world, which we just did. Cassie wants to cover the floor in your kitchen, shown below, with vinyl. All right, so 9 times 8 is 72 square feet of vinyl she needs to buy, and it's times 85 cents a square foot. I just want to write out the units. So it's 85 cents per square feet. Notice how we're going to get dollars after we cancel here. So 72 times 0.85. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 2, 7 is 35, plus 1 is 36. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 7, 56, plus 1 is 57. And we're going to move the decimal 1, 2. So I'm getting 61, oh, but it's money, right? That's what we got, $61.20, right? Because it's less than $1 a square foot, right? 85 cents. So we're going to buy 72 square feet. It's only $61.20 to cover this in vinyl. That's cheap. Pretty much anything else you put on the floor would be more expensive. What is the area of the hallway below in square yards? Well, in square feet, it's 3 times 9, 27 square feet. But a square foot, or a square yard, let's say, is 9 square feet. We've talked about this. This is me trying to help you for your future life, right? If you need to cover 327 square feet, all right, you're going to have to buy 3 square yards of carpet, which is where we use this. Wendy wants to retile a rectangular room by 6 by 10 foot room, right? So this room is 60 square feet. And she wants to cover it with these that are 4 square feet each. So it's literally how many times does 4 square feet go into 60 square feet? And notice the units cancel here. And so 4 goes 6 once, and 4 goes into 20. You're just going to have to buy 15 tiles. Now you could literally just picture it. Right? I did this with a checkerboard pattern last time. Right now, the ones we've been doing, it's all come out nicely. If it does not come out nicely, then you're going to have to buy extra ones, right? But it's, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, by 3, there are 15 tiles. There are 15 tiles that would cover this. And there they are. Surface area. All right, so there are 6 sides. That's a rectangular prism. That means there are 6 sides, and there's a lot of them that are the same, as in the bottom is 12 by 5. And that means the top has to be 12 by 5. And then this side over here, you have to realize if it's 8 over there, it's 8 over there. So that side is 5 by 8. And that side over there is also 5 by 8. And then we have a front and a back. Right? The front here is 8 by 12. And so there's a back that's 8 by 12. And notice we'll end up multiplying the 3 numbers, right? 8 times 12 twice, 12 times 5 twice, and 8 times 5 twice. That is always the case with this. And so then that is 60, that is 60, that is 40, that is 40. That 12 times 8 is what, 96? All right, so 60 plus 40 is 100. So this all adds up to 200. And then we have 296 plus 96 more. And 9 plus 9 is 18 plus 1 is 19. I'm getting this all adds up to, right? Commutative property says you can add it in any order you want. 392 square inches of surface there on that box. So draw a net for the pyramid. This pyramid, it doesn't say square pyramid. It could be a square, it could be a rectangle. But I'm going to say it's a square. And so then you have a bunch. And so you have to know what a net is. A net is the 3D shape unfolded into a 2D shape. It's as if you made it out of paper or cardboard, and then you would fold it up. So triangles are 1/2 base times side. So you can make 8 the base, and then straight up to the top would be the 10.2. You cannot make 13 the base because you don't have the dimension straight up to the top. Okay, you know that 10.2 is straight up to the top because there's a right angle, a 90-degree angle there. Could you have made 10.2 the bottom, the base, and 8 the side? Yes, but it's the same thing. So half of 8 is 4. So this is just 10.2 times 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 0, 4 times 1, move the decimal once. This is 40.8 square centimeters. It's still how many little squares fit in. So we're going to find the exact area here. And so to do that, I see an outer circle. And then we're going to take away the inner white circle there. And that will give us the blue part. Anytime you have a hole in something, you should be thinking subtraction of areas. Now it says exact area, so that means you're stuck with leaving pi in your answer. If it says exact, you are not using 3.14 or 3, all right? And so the outer radius is 8, so it's pi times 8 squared. And the inner radius is 4. And by the way, the plural of radius is radii. Very weird. It's not radiuses. And so this is 64 pi, and this is 16 pi. And we're going to subtract this. Now, we're doing other things where you would just leave it because they weren't like terms. But those are like terms, right? If you had 64x minus 16x, right, you would subtract them. So 64 minus 16 is 8. And so the answer to this is 48 pi, right? If you had 64x, take away 16x, it would be 48x. So this is 48 pi, right? And it's square inches because there's little marks there mean square inches. So it's, right, pi is a little more than 3. It's 48 times 3 or so square inches, but exactly 48 times pi square inches. Find the surface area of the cube, all right? So there are 6 sides. Each one is 9 times 9, so it's 81 plus 81. I just write this out the long way to make sure we understand there are 6 sides to every cube and every rectangular prism. So yes, it's 81 times 6, 486 square centimeters. How many cans of paint that cover 100 square centimeters would we need to purchase? So it's 486 square centimeters divided by 100 square centimeters. But the problem is, right, and the answer to that would be 4.86 if you did the division. But we want whole number. You can't buy 86/100ths of a can of paint. So the answer is 5 cans, right? And then we'll have a little bit of extra paint. Good luck with the homework.